Today, we will answer the question, is leaking someone's address illegal? We will explore the nuances of this issue and discuss when sharing someone's address may cross the line from being merely annoying to becoming a criminal offense. We will also share some steps to take if your private address has been leaked online without your consent, so stay tuned. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to constitute legal advice. If you require legal advice, please reach out to an attorney. General principles of address privacy. Criminal offenses related to address leaking generally arise in three main contexts. First, hacking and computer misuse. Second, revenge porn. And third, harassment and stalking. These categories are not mutually exclusive, and there may be overlap between them. Let's examine each one. Hacking and computer misuse. Many jurisdictions have laws prohibiting unauthorized access to computer systems or data. This can include accessing someone's email account, social media account, or any other online account without authorization. If someone gains access to your personal accounts and then shares your private address, it may be considered a crime. Additionally, some countries have specific laws against hacking, which can encompass activities like computer fraud, denial of service attacks, and unauthorized system interference. If the individual who shared your address did so through hacking activities, it would likely be considered illegal. Revenge porn. Sharing intimate images or videos of someone without their consent is already a crime in many places, but some jurisdictions have extended these laws to prohibit sharing someone's personal information, including their address, if the purpose is to cause harm or distress. The motivation behind the sharing of the address matters. If the primary goal is to inflict emotional pain or reputational damage, it may fall under revenge porn laws. However, it is crucial to note that not all jurisdictions have laws specifically targeting the sharing of addresses for revenge porn purposes. Harassment and stalking. Most countries have laws against harassment and stalking, and sharing someone's address could be considered part of such behavior. It is done repeatedly and intentionally to cause distress, fear, or harm. For instance, if someone keeps sharing your address with the intent to provoke unwanted contact from strangers, it might fall under the umbrella of harassment or stalking. The key elements here are the intent, repetition, and the overall impact on the victim. Civil claims for address leaking. In addition to potential criminal liability, sharing someone's address without their consent can also result in civil claims. For example, if a person shares the home address of someone they work with and that person receives unwanted solicitors at their home as a result, they may have a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Similarly, if the address is shared with someone who then uses it to harass or stalk the individual, they could sue for damages resulting from the distress caused by the leak. In some cases, individuals may even have a claim for invasion of privacy if the sharing of their address is deemed a violation of their right to keep their personal information private. The intent behind the address sharing plays a crucial role in determining whether it is legal or not. If it was done with the intention to harm or harass someone, it is more likely to be considered illegal. However, there are situations where sharing someone's address may not have any criminal or civil implications. For example, if a news outlet publishes the address of a public official or a person involved in a high-profile case, it is generally not considered illegal. Similarly, if a person shares the address of their friend who has given them permission to do so, it would not be illegal. It is important to consider the context, intent, and potential harm in these situations to determine whether the sharing of someone's address crosses the line into illegal territory. Navigating the legality of sharing addresses online. The legality of sharing someone's address online depends on various factors, including how the address was obtained, the intent behind sharing it, and the potential harm it could cause. Here are some things to consider. Check for explicit permissions before sharing anyone's address online. Always ensure that you have their explicit permission to do so. This is especially important if you are posting the address on a public platform or sharing it with multiple people. Review privacy policies and terms of service. Carefully read the privacy policies and terms of service of any website or platform you intend to use. Some platforms have strict rules against sharing personal information like addresses, and violating these rules could result in your account being suspended or other legal action being taken. Be aware of data protection laws. Familiarize yourself with data protection laws in your jurisdiction, such as the GDPR in the European Union or the CCPA in California. These laws grant individuals rights over their personal data, including the right to prevent its disclosure. Practice good judgment and common sense. Use good judgment and common sense when deciding whether to share someone's address online. Ask yourself if the sharing is necessary and if there are any potential risks or harm it could cause. Consider the potential consequences for both yourself and the individual whose address you are considering sharing. Be cautious about the information you share online and always prioritize the privacy and safety of others. What should you do if your address has been leaked? If you discover that your address has been shared online without your consent, it's essential to take action to protect yourself. Here are some steps you can follow. Review security measures. Review your existing security measures and update them as needed. This includes checking your passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and using strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. Monitor your accounts closely. Monitor your bank accounts, credit cards, and other financial accounts for any suspicious activity. Look out for any unauthorized transactions or account logins from unfamiliar locations. Place a fraud alert on your credit file. Contact one of the major credit bureaus to place a fraud alert on your credit file. This will notify creditors to take extra steps to verify your identity before opening any new accounts in your name. Consider a credit freeze if you're concerned about your personal information being used to open accounts in your name. You may want to consider a credit freeze. This will prevent you from opening accounts in your name, but it is important to note that it may also make it difficult for you to open accounts in the future. Report the incident. Report the incident to the appropriate authorities depending on your location. This may include the police or a data protection agency. Provide them with all the relevant information and follow their guidance. Be cautious of scams. Be aware of potential scams and phishing attempts. Scammers may try to contact you posing as authorities or customer service representatives from banks or other financial institutions. Never share your personal or financial information with anyone you don't trust. Monitor online presence. Monitor your online presence, including social media accounts and search engines, to track the spread of your leaked information. Remove any posts or profiles that include your personal details. Limit information provided to third parties. Be cautious about the information you provide to third parties. Only provide your address or other personal details to those who have a legitimate need for it. Review the privacy policies of any organization you share information with to ensure they have robust data protection measures in place. Stay informed. Stay informed about your rights and the resources available to protect your privacy. Educate yourself about data protection laws in your jurisdiction and the steps you can take to enforce them. Remember that your privacy and security are paramount. Take proactive steps to protect yourself and your information. By following these guidelines, you can better safeguard yourself against the potential risks associated with leaked addresses online. It is important to seek legal counsel if you believe your rights have been violated. An attorney can help you understand your options and guide you through the appropriate legal channels. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below. We value your feedback and would love to hear what topics you'd like us to cover next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content. Thanks for watching.